Well, Nigeria's ruling parties asked the appeals court to dismiss a petition challenging the result of the disputed general election in February. Both the second and third placed candidates have launched legal action against Bola Tinubu's victory. The Nigerian Minister for Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed, is in the UK to counter the concerns about the election, and I spoke to him earlier, asked if he accepted the dispute represents a big issue for the country.
On the contrary, the just concluded elections in Nigeria is the freest and the most transparent ever held. I think the problem has to do with the social media. There was so much hype, so much activity on the social media, which did not represent what was exactly on ground. You see, in Nigeria, for you to win elections, you must be a party that has national spirit, national organization, and grants people. We're talking about a country with 176,000 polling units. And for you to really win elections in Nigeria, you can't be a sectional leader. You can't campaign on religion. You can't even rely on the youth alone. So all this hype, social media, all these opinion polls, they were not representative of the reality on ground. And that is why it's difficult for most commentators, trail international media, to accept the outcome of the elections.
But on the ground, the turnout for the election was very, very low, less than 30%. And there were complaints about the way the results were posted, leaving limited time for challenges, which would have been normal in a free and fair election. The fact that you are here, Minister, and making the argument that you're making tells me that you recognise this is a problem.
Oh, yes. You see, there's a perception. There's a reality. They're two different things at times. Now, let me first address the issue of the low turnout, in quote. Now, what made this election transparent and credible, among other things, was the introduction of technology. But there might be other reasons why the turnout was low. And again, many people who take voters' card in Nigeria don't take it because they want to use it to vote, but it's a form of identity, and it's also used for certain civic, duties. For instance, if you want to register your child in a school, they'll ask your voter's card. So many people possess it not because they want to go and vote. Plus, there's no compulsion for anybody who has a voting card to come out and vote, in Nigeria, unlike in some countries like Belgium, for instance. And many elites simply don't come out to vote.
So that's a part of your answer. But you do recognise there's a problem in establishing the legitimacy of this result, which you do insist is legitimate. We hear that. What about the state of health of the elected or the president-elect? It's reported that he's ill. No one knows where he is, as far as I can see. It's suggested he may be in Paris. We don't know. Where is the president-elect, and how is he?
The president-elect is in very fine health. You see, there are a lot of...
Is he in the country?
He's in Paris. He's in Paris as we speak.
He's in Paris. Why is he in Paris?
Because he needs to prepare for governance. And you see, I was the chief of staff 20 years ago. No, about 23 years ago. And I knew that as soon as one election 24 years ago, we went straight to London. And that was where we prepared the blueprint for our governance. So I know what he's doing in Paris. That is meeting with all these agents, and they are planning a blueprint for governance.
Yeah, okay. So, but you deny these rumours of him being ill?
Pardon?
You deny that he's ill?
No, he's not ill at all, no.
That's Nigeria's Information and Culture Minister, Lai Mohammed.